gotten our lashes done, and
Wait,
so
who are we, Nancy?
I was going to get there.
Oh, sorry. I'll just shut up.
She's like, do the intro, and then what happens? We're doing this. Okay. Here we are, Kelly Sullivan, Walden, and Nancy T. We just walked out of a beautiful place. We are... Who are we, Kelly? Go ahead.
Spiritual girls in a material world. Although sometimes you might question and think, are they really material girls in a spiritual world? But that's for you to decide.
Yeah, and you to feel all over. And, well, you know, we don't feel all over. We don't feel heavy at our eyelashes.
No.
Because we just got them done at Beauty by Carolee. And, wow, Kel, how do you feel?
I feel lovely. I feel pretty.
Yes,
I don't sound pretty.
No.
But I feel pretty.
You look prettier than pretty. I'm telling you. The thing is when we were just talking about how when you wear false eyelashes, it feels like what? What did you say? A caterpillar?
A caterpillar is just taking a nap right on top of your upper lid.
Yeah, I said it was like a blanket, and so when you blink, it's like, whoa, look at that!
It's like you're working out muscles on your eyelids.
And you're exhausted. By the end of the day, your eyes are half masked, and you're like, wow, and why is that one hanging down by my nose?
Right.
So we love that this is not that. They are very light, and if they're done correctly, as we were told by Carolee, that they actually don't stick together. They shouldn't feel weighty. They're wonderful.
We did half lashes. And
Yeah.
That doesn't mean just one eye each. It just means that it's very subtle. So if you saw us right now, which you will probably at some point because we're going to have the video of this, you wouldn't really know that anything happened very much, except we look our eyes look a little bit more framed.
Yeah, and it's
before.
just a little more bright looking, a little more awake looking, which,
And maybe,
you know, hey, isn't that the goal?
Hey, isn't that the goal? And maybe from the spiritual perspective, because we always like to try to find that blend and that weave. I think when you spend less time on all the external stuff, there's more time for your inner world. So we've just cut out, like, I don't know, probably
Mascara. We have cut out mascara. There is no mascara that you use with this. I mean, that's probably not what you were getting at.
No, it was. It was like less time to focus on the things. So we can focus on what's most important.
Which is this waterproof eyeliner that we also got.
Right, we did get Carolee, and that's Carolee with a K, Aroly. And you can look her up on Facebook at Beauty by Carolee. She also sells this wonderful mascara and eyeliner that doesn't mess with your lashes, because little did I know from before, because I did everything wrong in my previous experience.
We all did.
I had to be the don't girl in that one. Not the donut girl. That'll be later.
Ooh, yum.
Yeah.
Did you hear how her went really all romantic?
It got all Barry White for a second.
I was like, whoa, I think I might have to light up.
I know. But if you put on makeup on top of the lashes, then it will really ruin them. So the spiritual conversation is kind of like, well, why bother doing this? Why? So why do we need to even do anything to beautify ourselves if we're already beautiful from the inside out? Because we know.
I think the point is we don't need to do anything. We don't need to.
Right.
We sometimes like to see something pretty in the mirror, and we like to. And you know, I mean, this goes back a little bit to the conversation we had with Dana. He assumed that we did this all for men, but a lot of times we do it for each other.
Right.
I mean, how often have you walked in the room and I'd be like, you look so pretty, and sometimes it feels nice to hear that, but it's not as ego-based as one might think. It just seems like a yes to you.
Well, it kind of feels like on some level, like the curtains are open and I'm here. When I feel like being incognito in a little bubble and I don't want to see anybody, don't want to talk to anybody, put on the baseball cap, put on the big sunglasses, don't wear any makeup, but don't make any eye contact, and don't say hi, and don't bring any happiness. But when there's like a, you know, we don't need to have makeup on in order to be like, hi, we're here. But there's something psychological that gets triggered.
There is something. And when we were just in Guatemala and Colombia, we didn't wear makeup most of the time.
Right.
In fact, you lost your makeup bag. So, you know, that didn't happen. And I don't know. I remember I would do videos and I'd say, excuse my parents, but whatever. We're doing it. And I'd get past it in 1 second. I did feel the need to do a little disclaimer, like I'm aware that I have no makeup on, people.
Just so you're not thinking I'm addressing your judgy thoughts. Like, wow, she looks tired. Is she sick? Did she get food poisoning over there?
Right. So, I mean, I do know that on the spiritual side of things, it's the closer you can get to the smaller purse, the less reliance on all of these external things to make me okay, the better you are. Right.
And just to get into qualities, like the quality of beauty. So imagine a flower, and like your favorite flower, and I'm just thinking of a bougainvillea, and like a bright fuchsia bougainvillea. It, to me, looking at that gives me a sense of life is good. A sunset, anything that's beautiful is uplifting, life-affirming. Art. Think about walking through the Louvre and all the art and how that makes you feel. It just makes you feel alive. So beauty is it might be skin deep, but it actually is part of the art of living from the heart and having a beautiful life. So it doesn't mean you have to be, anything that you become attached to, addicted to, and that becomes a have to, and a rabbit hole that just makes you more vain and insane. Don't go there. That's not what we're talking about.
Not at all. And really, when it comes to the whole beauty thing, if you let go of all of that and you don't feel like I have to, and oh my gosh, I can't leave the house because my hair isn't perfect. When you let go of all of that, then it becomes fun when you play with it.
Exactly.
It takes it out of that realm of necessity or no one will love me, and puts it into this is something fun. Like anybody who loves to go and drive a sports car, or anyone who likes to enjoy golf, or anyone who has something that could be considered sort of a hobby or a pleasure.
Right.
It can. It's makeup. They're called makeup artists for a reason. Because when they do something, they can take your eye and make it look all sorts of different ways just by trying different. It's like a little palette. It's a little palette, and they try different palettes. So it's pretty interesting, and it can be very fun. And for women who like to be creative, for some, that is their outlet. They like to be creative with their makeup. They like to be creative with their hair. And I think when you lose that attachment to it must be or no one will like me, then it goes into my favorite land, which is fun land.
Fun land. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I have to admit that this is a growing edge for me to even be out of the closet about this. The book that I'm working on and that Nancy is helping me with it's called Do These Prayer Beads Make My Butt Look Fat? True Confessions of a Spiritual Girl in a Material World. And it's written like a confessional and it's not just about here's my confessions, because who cares about my confessions? But I feel like when you put a little bit of light on something that there might have been some shame about, then all of a sudden it stops becoming so shameful, and all of a sudden you find your way into higher ground, and then it becomes something beautiful. So to me, it's been part of the culture in my world, like the unspoken culture, is that you don't talk about certain things. You don't talk about money. You don't talk about how you get pretty, like how you do makeup, to me it's been like something that you don't talk about. Like there's been a little bit of a taboo around it. And
there's a taboo and a judgment of you are shallow if you do so.
Totally.
Period.
Absolutely. So there's been, and anything I think that there's a taboo around and you do it anyway, then there's the chance that it just kind of accumulates some dust bunnies that are funky. And the purpose of this show, and we were sharing this with Carolee actually, because I was laying on the table, face up, belly up, eyelashes up, and talking about what spiritual girls in a material world is all about. And she was like, wow, that's great, because normally you've got one, like you're either being a spiritual girl and you're praying, you're meditating, you doing your mudras, your mantras, and all that such not and so forth, or you're being a material girl and you're just going, does my butt look cute in this? Oh my God. But we're talking about bringing both aspects out of the closet, bringing everyone to the party at the same time, and watching how they blend, and watching how they hybrid together, and watching how the shame could potentially disappear, and in its place there could be celebration.
Yeah, there is no shame. There's no shame being somebody who loves your wardrobe and everything to skip on over the spiritual side and think about the insides a little bit more, as well as there's no shame for the vice versa. And that's it. It's the marriage of those two things. That's what this book is about. That's what this channel is about. And it's what we are about.
It's what we do naturally.
It is what we do naturally. And I mean, I think I'm so glad you're doing this, Kelly, because you said it's a little bit of a coming out. And I know that when you're turned to very often for the spiritual advice in life.
Well, no one truly asks me beauty advice.
but with that,
until now. What am I doing? No, I'm in the wrong lane. We're driving, by the way. We're driving here. I'm driving Miss Nancy.
She's driving Miss Nancy, and we're going to get over.
And I'm driving y'all crazy.
She's going to get over, and I'll talk to you for a moment while she does that. It's okay. We're, I mean, there's 6 lanes here. We're fine.
Yeah.
One of them will work.
One of them will definitely work.
Which, that's how we feel about lipstick. One of them will work, right?
Exactly. Try enough colors if you throw enough of them on there.
And honestly, it's how I feel about the spiritual books too. One of them will speak to you. One of them will be the thing that connects and clicks and feels good and makes you look a little bit deeper. And so, I don't know. I love it all. All of it. I love all the gloss and all of the books and all of the people who have something beautiful to share about your inner light. I love it all. And I'm not ashamed. And let's go get some stilettos right now. Did I say shopping? No, why not? Why not? As long as we're not attached.
As long as you can have it without it
having you.
That's one of our taglines.
Yeah, and is that something you got from someone else, or did you make that?
Oh, I'm sure I heard it somewhere, but all I know
live
is
it,
that
and you.
If I had $1 for every time I said that,
OMG.
Right, but it's that is like the thing itself. Like, have it without it having you. Then life is like a big, beautiful sandbox, toy box with all kinds of stuff. And then when it's time to let it go, we don't grip on and cry and gnash teeth because, ouch, that would be gross.
Oh, now I'm hungry. Oh. You just said gnash teeth and I'm hungry.
Oh, that makes me not the opposite of hungry. We're going to go, you're going to have some of the chia pudding that I made.
Because I just think of like...
You thought nosh. Nosh. I say nash, here's nosh.
I hear the good, and that is my thing. Sometimes something will happen and I'll hear the good. And that's fine with me. Absolutely. But Kelly, I'm glad we went. Thank you for introducing me to your friend Cara Lee, who we're going to follow on Facebook. At least get on her page and like it. It's Beauty by Cara Lee. She's got those wonderful, not just the wonderful services, which include all the waxes you could ever need, and the brows and the facials. But she comes at it from
so maternally, so gently. You feel like you're being cared for by the most loving mother. And it's like a warm blanket. Literally, there's a warm blanket.
Literally, there is a warm blanket. You lie in a bed and it's not hot. You don't feel sweaty. You feel comforted. But she also comes at it from an organics place. So it's all healthy stuff for you. And she takes good care of her people and she guides them. And it's all wonderful and beautiful. So I'm glad, but I want you to look her up on Facebook. I'm going to repeat one more time. Beauty by Cara Lee, and it's Karoly.
Why? Because we love her.
We do, and we love our lashes. We're winking at you right now.
We're winking at you. All right, spiritual girls in a material world, and all those spiritual boys in the material world too, because there wouldn't be any girls if there weren't boys, and what would be the purpose of that? Why would
there wouldn't be any girls if there were boys? Actually, it's
the other way around.
Yeah.
Well, you need a boy and a girl to make girls and boys. Oh my God, I don't even know.
Well, at least all their parts.
The lashes have gone to my brain. All right. So join us on our next episode, whatever that may be. It'll be an adventure,
and whenever,
and it might include a phonette. Just saying.
Oh yeah, because we need that. Yeah. I'm hungry. Okay. Well, signing off. And we'll see you and talk to you, and you'll hear from us again very, very soon. Say goodbye, Kelly.
Goodbye, Kelly.
Goodbye,
You could have it all without it having you.
Oh, my God.
Bye.